ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The sabad today comes to us from the fourth Nanak, Guru Ram Das, in the rag Suhi. And the first verse reads, Har nama har ranj hai, har ranj majithe ranj, ਗੁਰ ਤੁਠੇ ਹਰ ਰੰਗ ਚਾੜਿਆ, ਫਿਰ ਬਹੁੜ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੀ ਰੰਗ. Literally, Har's Naam, Harnama, the wisdom of Har, is Har's color. In other words, wisdom is its inherent nature. And Har's color, that wisdom, is the color of Majit, which is an unfading dye. Gur tutthe har rang chadya. When the Guru is so disposed, when the Guru looks at us with a favorable eye, then the dye of the color, the wisdom, is given to us. In other words, we are dyed in that color, Har Ranng Chadya, and then Bahad Nahovi Bhang. Never again does it fade. So here there is a subtle difference being made between a fast dye and something that fades away. So how do you genuinely metabolize your identity so that it doesn't wash out under stress? So it's essentially what the Guru is telling us in this first verse is durable transformation versus surface conditioning. What's dyed all the way through the fiber versus what is just a veneer painted on. And now to the Rahau, which addresses the mind itself. It says, Mere man, O my mind, Har Ram naam kar ranj. Color yourself with the dye of Har Naam, the wisdom and reason of Har consciousness. Gur tuttha. Here, please the Guru. In other words, submit yourself to the Guru and then receive from the Guru Har upadesya. Gur tuttha Har upadesya. Submit yourself. Seek the favor of the Guru so that the Guru instructs you. Then, Har Petya, Har Nisang, Har Petya, you will then discover the Har. Rao Nisang, Har Petya, Rao Nisang. Then you will meet the Har, the sovereign, without hesitation, nisang, and also alone, directly. So the thing to be recolored is the mind itself. The mind has to be colored. And the location is not willpower, but receptivity. When the Guru is pleased, you're seeking a favor. You're not arguing yourself into a settled orientation. That orientation comes when the conditions are right. And the conditions are right when resistance drops. then it carries the quality of unquestionable directness rather than anxious striving. So you see, Guruji talks about a fast color, which is wisdom. What has to be colored is the mind. And the mind is colored not by its own endeavor, but by seeking the pleasure of the Guru. And the pleasure of the Guru is received through submission. However, what happens is, Mund iyani manmukhi. Here's the problem. The naive bride is self-willed. Mund iyani manmukhi. The bride here refers to the ego mind. It is naive. Iyani, it lacks, it is ignorant. And it is manmukhi. It is self-willed because it is following the dictates of its own self, not the Guru. So what happens? Piriyaman jana ang. This is her lot then. Because the naive bride is self-willed, her lot in life is endless comings and goings remain her lot. Phir avan jana ang. Har prabh chit na ayo. The har, the prabh, these are related. We'll talk about it. Do not enter the awareness of the mund iyani manmukhi. They are just not part of the awareness. Instead, duja pao sahalan, duality is her companion. She likes duality, the ego like. Well, it's not even a matter of like. That is its structure. And manmukh is that self-referential loop where the ego takes its own commentary as final authority. And the coming and going is recurrence, the recurrence of the same patterns of thought, the cycling back and forth. Because, why is the cycling back and forth? Because nothing has been resolved at the root. And at the root is duja pao, love of the second, the other. It is attachment to the derivative and external over the real. So this is the diagnosis of a life that is organized around acquisition and comparison. That's the problem, the root problem. Furthermore, hum mail pare, we are filled with ego filth. So what the manmukhi, the naive munde is doing is filling itself with filth. Hum mail pare, dahacharya, and we are also crooked in our conduct. We are self-deceptive. We are deceiving ourselves and deceiving the world around us. And then there is this prayer. Har rakho angi anya. Har rakho. O Har, protect us. Keep us close to you as you would a limb, your own limb. In other words, we are invoking the Har to be taken into its embrace. And then again the Guru comes into play. Guru Amrit Saranivalya. The Guru bathes the ego in the immortal pool of wisdom. Gur Amrit Saranivalya. Sar is a pool, Amrit, the pool of immortality, which is the same as the wisdom of the Har, because it gives you insight into your own life. You begin to comprehend and discern what reality is all about. And that's a powerful thing. Then what happens is the ego grime is removed. Sab lathe kilvik pan, breaking. So hum mail pare dahuchariya, we who are filling ourselves with filth, the filth of the self-referential recurrence, are finally cleansed by the Guru. So we are being held. We understand what our state is, and then we make a request to be bathed, cleansed, to receive. And in conclusion, Har Dina Deen Dayal, the Har is the giver, it is merciful, it is the Prab, it's that relational inner dweller. We will talk about that a little bit. Sat Sangat Milo Sang, give me that true congregation where the Har is found. Mil Sangat Har Ranng Paya. Nanak becomes colored in mind and body. Jan Nanak Man Tan Rang. This is the final answer. It happens in congregation with the Sangat, which is both external and internal, the Guru. So we have the Har, we have the Gur, we have the Prab, all mentioned in this sabad. How do they relate? First off, Har is the most frequent signifier for the divine in the Guru Granth Sahib. It occurs roughly 7,000 times, perhaps. I could be mistaken, but perhaps the most frequent. And it comes from Hari, which means green, verdant, and also Har, which is to snatch, to remove. So Har is the one that removes suffering. It is also the one that rejuvenates. So to be sure, the Gurus have used Hari not to indicate the sectarian Vishnu. The name has been lifted out of its Vaishnava home and used for the formless, all-pervading one, Ik Oankar. So Har in Sikhi is the divine, both utterly transcendent and intimately pervading. And Prab, the other word, foregrounds the Har. It is the indwelling, sustaining master, experienced relationally and within. So it is a pairing. It signals the near, the personal, owning aspect. And Gur is not some third thing. It is the revealing aspect. The word, Shabad. So here, Guru Ram Das is the Guru for us. He's the revealer. He's revealing to us. So Gur and Har are non-different. Gur Paramesar Eko Jan. Functionally, the Guru is the agency, the door, the dyer. Guru Ram Das is the door. So when the Guru is pleased, it is the Guru who applies Har's color, the Guru who instructs us. And here, Guru Ram Das is instructing us. So Har is the goal and the substance. Prab is the same one, known as indwelling master. Gur becomes the means. And Rang, the dye metaphor that Guru Ram Das has used, being colored, is perhaps the most widely shared mystical image, the permanence of dye across wisdom traditions. It means literally color or a dye, but it also means, it signifies love and it signifies rapture. And it is a part of bhakti poetry. It is the image of the mind, the body that's being stained by divine love. the fast versus feeding die contrast. That's the relationship. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.